Primetime Seniors is brought to you by Home Helpers, committed to keeping you safe and independent at home.
Welcome to Primetime Seniors, living for today, making choices for tomorrow. I'm Allie McNair, and we are coming to you from historic Bluffton, down by the beautiful May River. You know, if you're looking for a great place to do some shopping, visit art galleries, have lunch or dinner, or go to the theater, this is the place, and it's right in our very own backyard. On this episode, we're going to do some exploring of the area and also take you to some other interesting areas on the mainland. Coming up on this edition of Primetime Seniors, we're going to take a look around downtown Bluffton and learn more about this special eclectic riverfront community. Debbie Morris will be bringing us some valuable information about Medicare. We'll be stopping by Hilton Head Lakes, an exciting new community being touted as one of the best places to retire. And we're going to raise a glass to the May River Theater, founded and managed by two of the area's most active retirees who are celebrating their 10th season. So, have you been to Bluffton lately? It's only a 15-minute drive from Hilton Head, and once you're here, you will feel as if you're worlds away. There are colorful and creative art galleries to enjoy, history up and down the quaint streets, and dining for lunch and dinner in charming settings. From the artistic and eclectic Calhoun Street, the views of the May River, the weekly farmers market, and seasonal festivals, there's so much to take in and enjoy, even if it's just for an afternoon. One of the newer areas of Old Town Bluffton is the Promenade, and there you'll find a great shop. It's called Designer Accents, owned by Rodney Vaughn. We had a chance to speak with him. Rodney, this is a great shop. We want to find out more about it in a second or so, but before we do, I understand that you have a very unique story as to how you came to live in Bluffton.
I do, Allie. Actually, I've been here a little over 2 years now, and I'm so pleased to be living here. After spending several cold winters up north, I decided I would prefer to be someplace a little bit warmer. I actually did an online search for small town fishing villages and traveled on vacation here in August of '08. After seeing the area, I decided I would not want to be anywhere else. I moved here in February of the next year, and I have really enjoyed it.
Well, we're certainly glad you did that online search. What is it about living in Bluffton, working here, that you like?
I like the people. I haven't found anything that I don't like about living here in Bluffton. I love the Old Town part of Bluffton, the historic district. I'm proud to be a member of the Old Town Merchants Society and an officer on their board. I am able to work with a lot of the different merchants in the historic district, and there's always something happening at all the different shops and galleries. Old Town is really a unique part of Bluffton. Well,
I know you do your art walks where people will go and do some shopping and look at gallery items as well. The last one I came to that you ran from like a Thursday through Sunday, it was very busy.
We are so pleased to have everyone come down and celebrate with us. Every month we have a special event in Bluffton.
What about June? Something's coming up then, right?
We're proud to offer the East Coast Party Band coming in June at our classic car show. The event is entitled Shag and Drag, and we're going to have some great entertainment, great music, and expect really large crowds for that event.
Great, and that's June 18th, right?
It is, yes.
Wonderful. So an open invite for anyone to come for that.
Exactly. We'd love to have everyone join us here in Old Town Bluffton.
Let's talk about your store or shop, Designer Accents. What are some of the unique items that people are going to find when they come in here?
Designer Accents is really a neat place as far as the line of gifts and variety of accessories that I carry, anywhere from home accessories to small ladies' fashions. We offer Carolina-made products. We have a line of candles that are made in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we're the only place in town to offer those. We also have some gourmet food items from Bella Cucina, and we're the premier dealer for those here in Bluffton.
Now, some of the specifics on that, I believe you have something that made the O list, is that right?
Yes, our wonderful artichoke dip. It made Oprah's O list of favorites, and it is really a simple thing to make, and we carry all the ingredients for that here.
Well, I just did a little browsing before we sat down, and some great items here, too, for hostess gifts when people want something unique.
Yes, we really do offer a lot of unique, smaller gifts, $20 to $25, that make wonderful hostess items.
Well, Rodney, it's been great to speak with you. Thanks for inviting us in.
Yes, Allie. Thank you for having me.
And we want to encourage everyone to stop in and pay a visit here. Now, have you hit that 65th birthday, or is it coming up? If so, what do you know about Medicare? Do you know when to sign up, what it covers? Well, if you're worried about those issues, have no fear, because we're going to check in now with Debbie Morris of Home Helpers, who has some answers.
I'm here with Marvel Thompson, our Regional Director of the Area Agency on Aging, which is part of the Low Country Council of Governments up in Point South, right up I-95.
Right.
And we're going to talk about Medicare. Several reasons. One, a lot of us are preparing to turn 65 or have friends that are turning 65 or family members. But also there's a lot of talk in the news, Marvel, about budget cuts, and I think people are nervous, and there are a lot of changes coming for Social Security, which will impact on Medicare. But for folks that are over 55 now, not a whole lot is changing for them.
Right.
So let's just talk about Medicare.
Okay. You know, right before you're eligible for Medicare when you get to be 65. So the way things are working with the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, if you've been working and paying into Social Security for a long time, about 4 to 5 months before you reach that magic age of 65, you're going to be getting notices in the mail from Social Security, from Medicare. You're going to be getting notices in the mail from insurance companies wanting to sell you Part D insurance coverage, wanting to sell you supplements and whatever.
Will that information enroll me in Medicare, or will I automatically be enrolled if I'm working?
If you're working, you will get a notice from Social Security, telling you that you'll soon be eligible for Medicare. And if you're still working, you may not want to enroll in Medicare right now, but you'll need to contact Social Security because they won't know your plans until you contact them. But if you've got questions about enrollment, you need to call Social Security, or you can call Medicare.gov, or you can call our office at Low Country Council of Governments, 843-726-5536. We have health insurance counselors there that can help you work through this process. One of the things that you'll be getting in the mail if you'll soon be reaching 65 is a Medicare and You handbook.
Oh, I've seen that, yes.
And they will take you through all these steps. And one of the things that they're telling you probably towards the last page is if you've got questions or concerns about your Medicare coverage, to call your state SHIP program, which stands for State Health Insurance Program. And the state's number is normally in the Medicare handbook, and they will in turn, if they can answer your questions, they will, but normally they'll tell you to call your local SHIP office, which is our office at Low Country Council of Governments.
So let's just look at this then. Okay, so if I've been working, which I probably will for a long time, but if I've been working and I'm reaching the point of hitting 65, I'm probably for several months going to get information sent to me through Social Security Administration and Medicare. If I'm not working, and if I haven't been working for a number of years, probably smart for me to be proactive
and
contact either the SHIP office at the Low Country Council of Governments, or Social Security Administration, which is in Beaufort. So it's very easy.
It's very easy
to reach them. Now, let's say I have my Medicare pretty much in my head. I know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm confused about the Medicare supplement programs, or I'm being inundated by from insurance companies about different private policies. Is there something at the Low Country Council of Governments, my area agency on aging, is there someone up there that I can meet with who will help me make some decisions?
Yes. That's our SHIP, our health insurance coordinator person. Her name is Susie Fripp Gordon. And she's our SHIP person in our office, and she will help that person through that process of helping them to select a supplement that best meets their needs, help them select a Medicare Part D policy that's going to best suit their needs, because everybody needs a difference. And not only do we have staff, but we have volunteers that are trained to help people work through this process. And right now, we're in the process of starting another volunteer class where we will be training people to go out and provide health insurance counseling to Medicare beneficiaries.
Which is a great opportunity for our community, where if you are reaching the age of retirement and you have figured out or want to even know more about Medicare, that's a great opportunity to volunteer and help our community. become a health insurance counselor.
Yeah, help yourself and your community.
When we all come up to the COG, to the Council of Governments, to talk to the SHIP counselor about our insurance, and we're trying to decide on the Medicare Part D, which is the prescription coverage, do we need to know all of our prescriptions so that they can look at the different formularies of different policies to make sure our medications are covered?
Whether you come to our office in person or whether you call the office, we always ask people to have their prescriptions with them. Because, you know, a lot of prescriptions, the names sound so much alike. Some of them are even spelled so closely alike. We often tell them, you know, don't guess. Bring your prescriptions with you, or if they're talking to us over the phone,
have them
in front of you. Because we want to get the exact spelling, the exact dosage that you're required to take, and everything. We ask a lot of questions about that.
Okay.
Because we don't want to guess.
No, and don't want to give them the wrong advice
right.
based on the different medications. Thank you so much. There is so many services available through the Area Agency on Aging and through the Low Country Council of Governments. I hope we can bring Marvel back to talk about other things. I'm always so impressed by the array of support that's out there for the elderly and for those of us that are aging, and for us to be able to do it gracefully and in our homes and how we want to age. And the Low Country Council of Governments is there to help us do that. So it's wonderful. We're going to be back with more for Primetime Seniors. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Primetime Seniors. For me, life could not be any better. We are out on the water at Hilton Head Lakes. You know, communities, there are a lot to choose from here in the area, but this is fast becoming the choice of retirees. It really stands out. And to tell us more about it, joining me and also navigating through the waters, it's Matt Peebles. He is the Director of Sales here at Hilton Head Lakes. Matt, you know it's going to be a special place as soon as you make that turn and see the entranceway. Tell us about that.
It is magnificent. It encompasses almost 1,000 feet directly on Highway 278, and over the past 12 years our company has always been known for building a grand entryway, and it's a beautiful place for people to pass through when they come on their way home. It
really signals the fact that you're about to see a really unique community. Why do you think it's becoming a choice for retirees?
Well, the concept is very unique. We started building these types of waterfront boatable communities back in 1999, and they've all been very successful. It's very affordable for most people, world-class amenities, and we're in a extremely good financial position now, which is front and center on people's minds when they do their search now to find a new place they can call home.
Well, you mentioned that being in a good financial position, you were actually debt-free, which is unique. Talk to that if you would.
It is very unique, and I don't know of many other developments that are in this position that we are, but our company formed a great partnership. We closed on actually 15 different projects on December the 22nd and paid cash for all of them, and we're in a very unique position now. So we are in it for the long haul, and we don't have to worry about paying the bank back, and that should be, I think, a huge concern to people that are interested in making that retirement choice.
Yeah, I mean, making that big of an investment, to know that that's the case, to me would be very reassuring.
Absolutely.
Now, amenity center, you have one here. Tell us about that.
The amenities complex is now under construction. It sits on top of a 25-acre beautiful lake. The building itself is about 14,000 feet and encompasses a fitness complex downstairs, a theater upstairs, catering kitchens. Also under construction is our Infinity Edge pool. It should all be finished, I would think, around October or November this year. We're planning on having our Christmas party in the facility, and then next year we have a huge resort-style pool that we'll be building as well.
Yeah, I got to see the plans. Looks actually very spectacular to me. This waterway here is really super, and we want to thank you for taking us by here. But it's a buyer's market, obviously.
Yes, no doubt.
So a great time for people really to look and see what's available. What kind of options do you have here?
Well, there's three options. They can buy a home site. We have 90% financing now at great rates. I don't know of a community that does. You can buy a lot and build whenever you want with whoever you want. Another option, we have our own building company called Citizens Homes. It's a regional company our partners put together. They have a vast amount of building experience between the group, and we have Citizens underway now with a model park at what used to be Tradition across the street, which is Hilton Head Lakes North. That should be finished here in the next 3 to 4 months, and there'll be very affordable product on both sides of the road, from probably $150,000 to $800,000. Really, is that going to be that much different type of product that we'll offer?
Wonderful. Now, if I'm interested in learning more, can I just swing in and say hi to you?
Every day. We're open 7 days a week. You can stop by our sales center, which is just through the waterfalls, about 100 yards on the right. You can also find us at hiltonheadlakes.com or call us at 843-784-5253. We'd love to have you come by and help you any way we can.
Matt Peebles, it's been great meeting you. Thanks for the tour on the boat here, and hopefully we'll have some people coming by to see just how great it is, because you really don't get a sense unless you're here. Thanks.
Thank you very much for having me.
And when we come back, we're going to meet two very special seniors responsible for keeping the May River Theater going in Bluffton, and actually they founded it, so stay right there. Welcome back to Primetime Seniors. You know, the arts are an important part of any community. The May River Theater in Bluffton is celebrating its 10th anniversary with a production of Chicago. Joining me now, Ed and Jody Dupuis, who founded the theater back in 2001 and have managed it ever since. We're actually taping this in April, just as the set is being constructed and rehearsals are underway. Thanks to you both for coming on Primetime Seniors.
Thanks for having us.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you were up to before you started the May River Theater.
Well, when we first met, Jody was in the Broadway traveling production of Pajama Game, and I was a night manager of a resort hotel. I won't tell you all of the other details behind that, but that's how we met. We then got married nearly 52 years ago.
Wow.
Just before I went into the Army for officer training, and we were all of $200 in debt at the time. Since then, 18 homes, 2 sons, and 2 million miles on airplanes doing various things, while Jody stayed home, raised the children, and did theater work as best she could in the meantime.
Well, we are fortunate that you ended up here in Bluffton and started the May River Theater. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you did decide or make that decision to do this.
Well, one of our homes had been at the landings on Skidaway Island, and we got acquainted with Hilton Head Island at that time. This was in the late 70s, and Jody was the first choreographer at what used to be the Hilton Head Playhouse at Dunnigan's Alley. So when we came back here, we were familiar with the theater scene, and Jody wanted to get very much involved, but the Dunnigan's Alley had evolved into the Arts Center, and they were completely professional. And the Main Street Youth Theater the Main Street Theater was not then the Youth Theater, and they were being reorganized, and South Carolina rep was professional, and Jody wanted to do something on the amateur level, so to speak. So after we finished building our home in Morse Creek, we looked around, and not finding anything readily available, I said, well, let's start our own theater. And we did. The town of Bluffton was very, very helpful to us. We said, if you'll give us priority usage on the town hall, the Elmer Auditorium in Bluffton Town Hall, we'll turn it into a theater. So $150,000, and 10 years later, it's a theater.
Wow, and you have had many successful seasons or years here as the theater in Bluffton. But I want to ask you, you know, with the economic downturn, you have had to have your own struggles.
Yes, we have. And we don't blame anybody other than the fact that it has been a severe economic downturn. But among other things, during my retirement, I've learned to become an investment banker, and the theater is our investment.
Well, we're glad you made that investment, not only maybe monetarily, but with your hearts and with your souls. I know the May River Theater means a tremendous amount to local actors. It also means a tremendous amount to the community as well. Of course, contributions are welcomed, as well as ticket sales. So tell us about Chicago.
Well, Chicago is going to be one of the most ambitious projects we've ever undertaken. And we're very lucky to have also one of the strongest casts that we've ever had for a production. So we have a lot of confidence that this show is going to be a tremendous success, both financially and artistically.
And it is one that many people probably are at least familiar with some of the numbers from the show?
Yes.
And that, I think, sometimes helps as far as bringing people into the theater. We want to wish you the best of luck. I want to thank you both for your time and for all that you've given our community as well. Thank you for coming on Primetime Seniors.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks. And we want to remind you to go ahead and get your tickets for Chicago, again, running the month of May here at the May River Theater. We also want to thank you for watching Primetime Seniors, and we also want to thank our other participants as well. Rodney Vaughn with Designer Accents, Matt Peebles with Hilton Head Lakes, and of course, Debbie Morris with Home Helpers. Until next time, live Primetime, Seniors.